Well, guys, I'm pretty excited for today because I have a chance to restore something that I actually messed up earlier this year. Let's check it out. What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Trax the Max, and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, first and foremost, I want to thank everyone who hung out last week for the 24-hour stream. That was kind of nutty, and I'm not completely sure if I'm ever going to do that again because I'm noticing that it may not really be for me. 24 hours is a very long time, and I said this before, we're not 20 anymore, even though we feel like it sometimes. My body definitely tells me that is not the case, and yeah, I'm not too eager to do it again. I would and could consider it maybe for some good cause or something like that, but yeah, we'll see about that. Right now, something else that we're doing right now, and I don't know if you just noticed it, there's an event going on right now, and it is kind of a fix for something that I did in the past that was actually not too great. See, you see the 69 right here, these tokens. 69, so what is this event for? Well, there's a chance now to get the Packmaster champion, that orc dude, the legendary orc dude. We recently had a fusion for one of the hounds that you can pair up with him. I went ahead and got that, and he should be really good with the nice double speed. Can we get a triple? Can we get a triple? Let's go to 16 and see what it does. Defense. I guess this is still like okay-ish for something if I need resistance. Anyway, we recently got the fragment for Crowcrat, the Throat Ripper. And this guy is obviously one of the hounds for Packmaster Shayak. That's the dude that we can get now in this event. Now, Packmaster Shayak was actually a fusion in the past, and I did the fusion, had all the fragments for it, just like I have the Crowcat fragments sitting right here, right? So what happened exactly? There was a personal rewards CVC going on at a certain point, and I needed some points, right? I needed to help the team out. I needed some points. So I came in here and I was like, okay, which of these legendaries can I pull? Which ones am I going to build right now? And I thought, you know what? I want to build Packmaster Shayak. So I come here, I click, and I want to click summon, but there was a button next to it already. I can't show you it right now because I don't have a champion that has this. But there was a button next to it to, instead of summon it, to basically sell the fragments to get this right here. So this fragment exchange chest, whatever it is. And I clicked that with my sleepy head. And I clicked the next button again, which confirmed that I wanted to do it. And boom, I had, like, in 2 clicks, sold a complete fusion where I worked 2 weeks to obtain this thing, right? And a bunch of shards and resources. You know how fusions work, right? Gone. Just in 2 clicks. Now, that's on me. I should read 100%, but I do want to add something here that I think Plarium kind of messed up, because if you have a button in Windows, right? If you're on your computer and you have a yes and you have a no, the yes is always on the left side and the no is always on the right side. Now, when it comes to summoning a fragment champion, the summon, the thing that you want to do in 99% of the occasions, should be on the left side, Plarium. That's just a little rant from me, or a little tip, because I don't know, it's a bit crooked that you put the thing that you want to do on the right side. That's not, our brains are kind of, we've been doing this. I've been doing this since I was 3 years. I've been on PCs for 37 years now. it's on the left side. The thing that you want to do is on the left side. If you want to cancel something, it's on the right side. So that's where my brain just had like muscle memory, I guess. And I just clicked and I clicked again. And with my sleepy head, I just sold a whole thing. Again, that's on me because I didn't read it, but it's also kind of on them for literally putting it on the wrong side. I mean, instead of putting the sell option on the right side. Anyway, rant over there. The good news is he's back. He's back, probably for the newer players, not for the people who messed up like myself, but for the newer players. But I'm happy too because he's down here, ladies and gentlemen. We can get another copy of Shayak. So I'm 100% going to go for him since I wanted to build him in the past, but just, I just told you what happened. So there's two ways to get him. Get artifacts and accessories. That's what I've been doing so far. Not a lot, but just some daily energy and stuff, right? And the other option is, you guessed it, summon champions. So we're going to do that real quick. We're going to summon some champions. I might not get all the way over here, but I'm going to get as close as possible, right? And then I will definitely do the rest with perhaps green shards or some dungeon diving, whatever. But you and I together can open some shards. Now, there's no improved chances at anything other than these progressive champions here. I'm not entirely sure what I should be picking here, to be honest. What is this? Is this a faction champion? It is. Huh. It's interesting that they put that in there in between the rest. What about this dude? Never seen this guy before. He looks pretty cool. Huh. Well, I don't really want to go over all their kits. I think I'm just going to go for the one on the right here. Although I would really like this champion as well. I know she can be really annoying in arena and stuff. And these don't matter whatsoever. So we'll just do this. We'll have to pull all 9 of these. And then I'm going to have to check and see what kind of points that we have and how many points that we need. So let's go ahead and pull our first one here. Right off the bat, it's a Doom Priest. Very good champion, of course. Has the passive where it heals all allies and removes a random debuff from the start of this champion's turn. Beginning of the game, if you're starting up, this can be a lifesaver for you, for sure. Especially in places like Doom Tower and stuff where things can get icky. Very, very good champions. Old Gruckus. I know Jay Giggs built that guy on his last free to succeed and had some success with that one. Durandal. Nice to get a copy of that. I want to get mine to +4. And here's a legendary, and it is a Ishayama the Immovable. Now, I don't know who this guy is. He has some burning balls, I see. Okay. HP-based champion. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit transfers a random debuff from this champion to the target. If this champion is under any debuffs when attacked, counterattacks with this skill. That's pretty interesting, actually. Attacks all enemies, so an AoE on a 3-turn cooldown. 100% chance of placing fear. Decrease crit damage and decrease crit rate debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. These debuffs cannot be resisted by enemies who are already under 2 or more debuffs. Okay, so you could potentially build him without any accuracy if you have a different debuffer. Interesting. Attacks one enemy will ignore 25% of the target's defense, will ignore 50 of the target's defense instead if the target is under 2 debuffs. Places a block damage buff on this champion for turns if this attack kills an enemy based on HP. Okay. Interesting. What this means is you could potentially, like, say you're able to land decreased defense and your weakened debuff, right? Like on a Lydia or something like that. This right here basically means you do not need any ignore defense in your in the set that he's wearing, right? You can just go full ham on crit damage and HP. Now, I don't know how hard this guy can hit, but when you're ignoring all the defense, it's usually just enough to kill just about anything, right? You're doing like 150 to 200,000 damage. So, interesting. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take me to actually build this guy and test him out, but I could see his potential, right? The immovable. Whenever an enemy resists a debuff attempt from this champion, the next debuff placed by this champion cannot be resisted. Okay. Each debuff placed by this champion increases their max HP by 3% and stacks up to 30%. I don't know, he seems pretty cool, man. Doesn't seem like broken or anything, but seems fine. Alright. 5 more. Can we pull another one? The odds aren't in our favor, but you never know. Well, I guess we'll have to make some room first. I didn't even think about that before I went in today. Alrighty, made some room real quick. Hopefully it's going to be enough because we will have to pull some blue shards as well. Yeah, can we get another gold? I'm interested to see what... Oh, there it is! And... Stoffus. Again, 25% chance to pull that one champion, and now we gotta... I think this is a dupe. Or my first dupe. I'm certain I have one. But I'm not sure if I already had this guy as a dupe or not. If I didn't have it as a dupe, I guess it's Faction Guardian. Still need to fill all my Guardians up still, so if that's the case, it's okay, I guess. Fill in the Shrike. Right, so we should be about a little, almost halfway, I guess I want to say. This is not the guy I wanted. Oh, 41k. We can get this. We can get this. 4,000. 34,000 left. Get 300 from an ancient shard. So, I mean, need quite a few ancients. We need to bust open at least like 110. Is that correct? Like a lot, right? 34,000. 34,000. Yeah, it'll be 113 actually. Eesh, that's a lot, dude. Hold on. About voids. Voids are a little better, I guess. 750. But I don't want to waste too many voids because I'm always scared they're gonna do a guaranteed void champion, right? So let's take a look what we have. We have 174 voids though. We should be good if we like pop, I don't know, 24, stay on about 150. Yeah, let's do that first real quick. I don't have a warlord and I don't have this guy. I think I'll rather have him these days. In the past, definitely would have preferred him, but I think warlord has fallen off a little bit in the arena meta that is, right? Just because mythicals don't really care that much about getting their skills locked. They just transform to their other form and then they can just do whatever they want, right? So this guy though, his ally attacks and cleanses and everything, block debuffs, still really, really strong. And yeah, I see him pop up in a lot of teams and I don't have him, so I'm gonna go for him. I'll go for a man-eater. It doesn't really matter there. I'll pop 10. All right, can we get anything here? It's been a while since I've popped void shards. I mean, I got 174. That's, you know, all saved up. Got our first epic, but not the one signed up for, but that's okay. I don't really need any epics. Most of these epics are going to be food anyway, so let's see here. No, nothing there, and rod mod. Trying to think. So that should have been like 15,000, right? Get us a little closer to where we need to be. So 19k left. Let's pop four more voids. 3,000 less, and then we can just pop the rest. Ancients, I guess. Seems good. Bunch of blues, unfortunate. But more chance to get a legendary next time there. And yeah, let's put her in there, her in there. I'm gonna have to make some room first though. I'll be right back. All right, 52 pots again. So let's see if we can get that shiny elf here. We already got 2 legendary. So, I mean, can't really complain with the rates. The rates have been pretty awesome. No void legendary, though. That's a bummer. Couple of epics here and there. Yeah, 3,000 points. It's kind of brutal, isn't it? Not a lot of points. Right? What does that put us down to? 56. So about 10 more, right? Okay, guys. Final 10 pop. Are we gonna hit gold here? Are we gonna come home with the elf as well as the Packmaster is the question. Nope. Ah, screw it. 3 more. 3 more shots and then we're done. We don't have to do any grinding anymore if we don't want to. Actually, I don't really want to either because I kind of need to do some masteries on some champions, you know. And now definitely with the double minnow runs, been handy. I've been doing a lot of masteries now. Well, no gold there, guys, but that's okay. Let's check out the faction guardians. That was a Night Rev, I believe. Yeah, and that's what I was kind of scared for. I thought I might have a second copy of it. Fortunately, this is not going to be an extra copy of that one. What was the other dude? They put him in the vault already. Oh yeah. Well, he was definitely new, so yeah, I don't know when or why I'm gonna build this guy, but he does seem interesting to me, but I can't guarantee that I'm actually gonna do anything with him. We'll see though. You never know. Anyway, thank you so much all for joining me this week, and again, big shout out to everyone who came and said hi and supported me last week. That really helped me get through those 24 hours. If you didn't see the 24 hours, you can still go check out the VODs on my channel if you want to do that. And yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.